The text came in the middle of my evening workout, an odd hour for a message like this. But when it flashed on the screen, I already knew. No matter how carefully the words were chosen, they were poison. The greatest gift for my birthday is you vanishing from this family, forever. I felt nothing. I'd learned to stop feeling for her a long time ago. No tears, no begging. Just the sound of her voice in my head, calm as ever. This was her. A final, unceremonious declaration. The end of the road laid out bare, with no room for negotiation. The door clicked shut behind me. That was the last time I heard it. I stood there in the cold, gripping the keys in my hand, the silence of my decision wrapping around me like a cloak. The air tasted like ash. But it was a relief. The kind of relief you get when you finally remove the weight you didn't know was crushing you. No turning back. I should have been surprised, but I wasn't, not anymore. She'd been distant for months, pulling away, lost in her own world. The lavish dinners, the expensive gifts, the fake smiles. She loved to flaunt her life. She didn't love me anymore. I could see it in the way she looked at me, like I was an inconvenience to her glittering world. But what she didn't know, what I hadn't told her yet, was that I knew. Her late nights, her unexplained absences. She had always been too clever to leave a trail, but people forget things. They slip. I'd seen the message once, a name, a number, not a business call. I knew who he was. He had been in the background, lurking, a shadow behind the scenes. The best friend who somehow showed up at every charity event, every dinner party. A man with an air of superiority, just like her. I didn't confront her. I didn't need to. What good was it to ask? I could already see it all unraveling in my mind. The truth didn't need to be spoken. It was already there, staring at me. Over the next few weeks, I kept my distance. I was polite, quiet. I didn't let my eyes betray me. I didn't let her see the storm brewing beneath my calm exterior. I started collecting pieces. The quiet phone calls when she thought I wasn't listening. The look on her face when she thought I didn't notice her texting him under the table. Her every word, her every movement, calculated, rehearsed. She was playing a game, but I was playing it better. I knew the score. I wasn't the fool here. I arranged for a DNA test. Not for the child, though the thought crossed my mind. No, I wanted something more. The insurance I'd need when the time came. And then there were the phone records. Months of tracking, calls at odd hours, messages filled with more intimacy than I could ever receive. It was all there. I didn't need more. I sat in the living room, watching the flames flicker in the fireplace, a glass of wine in my hand. It felt like hours, the minutes stretching into nothingness. She came in, a smile on her face, the same one she wore every day. The one that never reached her eyes. I handed her the envelope without saying a word. Her hands shook slightly as she took it. She glanced at me, but there was no concern in her eyes. She thought I was weak. She thought I was still that man she'd discarded. She opened it, skimming through the documents. The silence stretched, thick and heavy. She stopped, eyes wide, jaw tight. It was a DNA test. Not of the child, of him. Is it true? I asked, my voice ice cold. I already knew the answer. Her lips quivered. She looked at the results, at me. A forced laugh escaped her mouth, but it was hollow. How did you find out? I didn't need to. You left everything out in the open. Her face turned pale. It wasn't shock, it was fear. Fear that I had been watching, listening, waiting for this moment. You've been lying to me, I said quietly, and to yourself. She tried to speak, her words rushed, frantic, but I didn't need to hear them, not anymore. I stood up, my chair scraping the floor, a sound that felt louder than any of her words. I walked toward the door, slowly, deliberately. I'm leaving, I said, my voice calm, controlled. But not before you understand something. She followed me, her eyes wide, her voice trembling. Please, let's talk about this. I stopped at the door. You'll never see me again. I left, the door clicking behind me with the same finality as before. But this time, there was no turning back. I didn't feel anger, not in the way I thought I would. There was no rage, no burning desire for revenge. Just the cold, clear realization of the truth. She had been the one who needed to vanish, not me. The truth had always been there, right in front of me. I just had to accept it. I wasn't the man she needed. I was the man she used. The one who had been easy to discard when she no longer saw value in me. Now, there was nothing left to destroy. I wasn't the fool, and I wasn't the victim. I was the one who had walked away first. I was free. And that, in the end, was the greatest gift.